Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with CZUK Stitch, and today is Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here spending part of your day or evening with me. I cannot believe it's August already. I go back to work on Monday after having a month off. Well, sort of a month off. I did have to work a week at the summer camp if you've been here. For a few weeks, you know that I did a summer camp for high schoolers in mid-July. I teach college, in case you are new. So anyway, it's back to work. This month off has felt very busy, very productive, not particularly restful, but productive. So ready or not, I'm going back to work on Monday. I do get to work from home for most of August, so that will help kind of ease the transition back into work. So ready or not, here we go again with another school year coming up. And it will be 5 years, mid-August is when I started. So it'll be 5 years since I've been at this job, and I love it. It's truly my dream job, so I'm very fortunate. This week was just busy running errands, getting everything kind of together, doctor's visits, just like everything that like you try to do, you know, before you get ready to jump back into the school year. I did get my new fridge delivered. I'm way too excited over a new fridge. It's great. I love it. It fits, which the only reason why I was nervous about it fitting is because I did the measurements. But I'm happy to report it fit. They did seem to have a little trouble getting it through the front door, but it is a few inches bigger than my old fridge. It's a side-by-side, which is what I opted for, and so far I love it. I did a big Costco trip yesterday, Friday, and I need to go get like regular groceries today, so I can fill it back up. But yes, it's up, it's running. I'm super, super happy with it. So that's kind of like my big news from the week. You know you're old when you get really excited about a fridge, right? Other announcement is Lori from My Crazy Life here on YouTube. She is the one who does the cross-stitch planners each year. I've showed them the past couple of years. And she has created a 2-year planner. The 2-year planner, you need to pre-order. So it's a pre-order, and she will do a printing in mid-August. So I will have the info up here, and I'll put a link down to her Etsy shop where you can pre-order if you want to the 2-year planner. So it's exactly the same as the 1 year, except it's for 2 years. So it is double the price. So it's $50. And it will be printed in mid-August, and then she will have it shipped out as soon as it's printed. I don't have a physical copy to show it to you, and she will still be doing the 1-year planner. It's just I haven't seen that yet. I don't know that it's been released yet, but it should be released pretty soon. So again, the 2-year planner, that's what I like. Here's my current one, 2024-2025. It's kind of all bent and beat up and used, and I kind of love that it kind of gets used, right? That's what they're meant for. And I love to keep them from each year. I guess they aren't showing, but they're up here in this shelf, but you can't really see them. Anyway, so I will be using Lori's planner, My Crazy Life, her planner for the next 2 years. For 2026 and 2027, and I can't wait to get it, my hands on it. I will definitely be sure to show it to you once it arrives. She's a cross stitcher, so it's one of those planners that's designed for cross stitchers by somebody who cross stitches. So she has a lot of pages in there for retreats and planning and whip go boards and all that good stuff. So super excited. We'll definitely share, but I wanted to let you know, give you a heads up that the printing, I didn't see a specific date for the last time to order it, but like get your pre-order. If you are thinking you want the 2-year planner, get your orders in, I would say in the next week or so. so that you can get in on the printing. I don't know if she will do a second printing or not. I know it costs, it costs money, right, to set everything up and do a printing. So I'm not quite sure, but I'll leave the link in the description box below if you are interested in the 2-year planner. Okay, let's get into whips. So we finished up July, which is crazy. It's crazy. So I finished working on, I did not finish the project. My bad for using that terminology. I worked on the Janlin kit that my grandmother started many years ago, the Joy banner. So it will look like this. And this is, I finally took it off. This is where we got to. So we worked a lot on these 3 ribbons coming down. This one is done except for the back stitching. This one is not quite done, and then that one isn't quite done. I kind of needed a break from this gold horn, and you can see we have a little bit of the mouthpiece of the horn out here, but this is where it is going away. It'll come out. This will be, I think, on my year whips next year to finish. And, I did a lot of traveling in July, so not every day did I get to work on this. The camp and just various things, you know what I mean? So it didn't get the full attention that it deserved. And this is my 25/7 piece, so even it only gets 25 minutes a day when I did work on it. But that's Joy banner. So that will go away for now. This is 11 count fabric that came with the kit that my grandmother started on, and I don't know, and I don't like the masking tape. I might take the masking tape off because it's just crunchy. Anyway, that is Joy banner. It was really fun, and funny enough, my grandmother's birthday is in July, which I just thought of. I got threads on me. So that was kind of a fun month to work on it, and she also had a lot of really short pieces here that I did tuck under. I still have a few more to do up here in the green. I don't know if you can really see it, but they're just short pieces that are just kind of hanging out that I need to tuck under so that they don't come undone. But yeah, so that is Joy banner by Janlin. This kit is from 89, I think. 1989. So that's honestly probably when she started it or not long after. Then we got in Summer Montage, which for our seasonal Sunday piece, which will look like this in about 30 years. This is artwork by Janet Stever. It is charted by Pain Free Crafts. We are up here in the second block. We are almost, so I'm working on this first watermelon, the whole watermelon, and we are almost to this bottom part of that block, which is very exciting. So here's what it looks like now. So you can really see we're getting close. I think there's this little design, like I think this might be the end of the watermelon, because then there's this design right here, this like brown and tan alternating. I don't know what it, maybe that's like the table I'm guessing that it's sitting on. So I think that's what we start next. And maybe that will go a little bit faster. But I got in 418 stitches, and we are now at 8.42% done. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do some fill in here so that this is all done, and then start down here and then go back up and start working on the watermelon. I'm excited to get to those colors. So Summer Montage, here's the watermelon. It's looking good. There is some confetti in this area. It's not terrible confetti, but and then I switched to some areas like those dark green stripes of like heavier, just straight stitching, so I could get my count up. I'm very excited about this block. Not only will it be the last block, but it will be the little crab. Look how quick that block will be. Famous last words, right? Anyway, so that is Summer Montage. Next up for my Whip Go Call, my last Whip Go Call for July was Floral Alphabet by JBW Designs. This is what it will look like, and it's going to be easier on this to show you how far I got. So I worked in this, so basically I have the H started in this last row. I basically just have, well, That's not quite true. So I basically have, so I have that rose done, the H is partway done, and then I have the J, Q, S, and then the H, I, J. No. I, that's the J, Q, R, S. Nope. I promise. I know my letters. I know cursive. I do know cursive. J, I, Q, R, Y, S, and Z. That's all I have left. Basically, those last two rows. So I did a lot of work. I think I started with that little flower under the U, and I just kind of worked my way over and back up and back over. So it's going to be a finish this year. I am stitching this. Oh, I forgot to tell you the other. But Summer Montage is a 32 count Lugana in white or antique white, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be full coverage. This is 32 count antique white Lugana as well. This is what it looks like. So you can see the H is halfway done, but this is how it's shaping up. I changed the colors. I'm just doing a mix of colors, which is super fun. So this will be done because this has only been called one time so far. This is one time working on it. I mean, I had started it last year, but that's how far I got working on it 4 days. So I think I will get it done. It's called also this month for Whipco. I think it will be done this month, and then we'll have to do a substitute. So there you go. There you go. So that is Floral Alphabet by JBW Designs. We started it for my birthday. I know Sarah Stitchy Mommy is also working on this. Last year? I think it was last year's birthday start. So that's exciting. That goes much faster than I thought. Because sometimes when you're working on these letters, they feel like they take a long time, especially because I'm trying to decide which are blooms for the flowers, which are leaves, which are part of the letter. And, I mean, two people can look at it and decide different things, which is part of the fun of it, especially if you're doing it in different colors. So, Floral Alphabet will come back out later this month for its Whipco call. Okay, then yesterday we started August, so I changed my 25/7 piece to help celebrate Robin's birthday month. Robin and Bird's Eye Stitches. My 25/7 piece for this month is Lovely Laundry. This is what it will look like by Lucy Heaton. I think it's so, so cute. Now the fabric I'm using is, I'll show it to you. It's called Clouds. And so I'm not going to be stitching this blue background. I will stitch the grass, obviously. I don't know that I will even put in the clouds. I might, because it might look like there's space. I'm not sure. Or I might put something up there other than clouds. But this is what it will look like. I've stitched on this for 27 minutes yesterday, right? So I'm just way over here. So there's really not a lot to see. This isn't Cross Stitch Crazy. This is from June 2009. I would Google, it's also called Little Helpers. So I would Google that if you're interested in joining us. And this is on 32 count Clouds by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. So you can see my little tiny start there. And so you see this fabric. And this is my needle minder. Isn't it perfect for this? So I'm definitely not stitching the blue background. And I don't know that I will stitch the clouds either. So there you go. That's the start. It's almost not even worth showing you. But next week, you'll be able to see a little bit more because it will have gotten, several days of 25 minutes. So that is Lovely Laundry. What it's called in mine, anyway. And then the other new start I had also yesterday is Parkington Manor, also for Robin's birthday month. This is Parkington Manor Sampler by Rosewood Manor. I started up here in the upper left corner. So take a close look at that corner. Because mine does not look like that. And I don't know. So here's mine. This is what I worked on. So this got about, well, it got a little less than 3 hours actually yesterday. Here, there you go. So I love it, except the green feels misplaced. Like, I looked, and it's the correct called for. I need to look online and see if there's an error or something, because that's definitely not green in there, right? I mean, the green is in there, but that's like a darker gray almost. So I don't know, but it called for the green. The green is Verdigris by Weeks Dye Works. So I need to look online and see if there's an error message or it's not. But I mean, if not, then that's what it is. But it certainly does not look like the cover. So there you go. That was really fun to stitch on. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count platinum linen. It calls for 28 count platinum. I think it calls for Lugana actually, but that's, we found, Robin and I were together in April and we found a piece of 32 Lugana platinum at Acorns and Threads when we were together. It was big enough for us to split, so we split it. So that's everything that I worked on this week. Yeah, that's everything I worked on. So let's do haul. I forgot to show last week. I have 2 thank you cards that had come. They were just over on my kitchen counter. So I forgot to show both of these beautiful cards with beautiful message are from Denise Gray, who won a couple of giveaways. So she sent some cards. Very lovely, beautiful. Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate that a lot. I did go to Acorns yesterday, and I got a few things. Well, one of the things I got that I'm not going to show is I got some floss, just DMC mostly, that I needed for the Joy banner. I did take my floss and try to match up some of the colors as best as I could. I have not looked at them in different light. A couple of you have reached out to me and said, send me the names and I will look in my stash, which is very much appreciated. I have to track down the numbers that are associated with the names. I think it's DMC just based on the names, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But I think it's okay. What I picked. If not, I'll just add them to my stash. So we'll see. So I did get some DMC, and then for other, I think I needed some more DMC for Lovely Laundry, so I picked up a few skeins of that and whatnot. Now, this bag from Crafty Corey they're puffins. Do you see this? They are puffins. And this was Cannon Beach 2025. This is from the beach retreat. There's a quilt shop right across from our hotel, and they had this puffin fabric. Puffins. I have never seen a puffin on the Oregon coast. Maybe they're there, but it's one of those things that people pretend they're there. Like there's a big puffin statue outside our hotel and all that. So Corey got this fabric and made a handful of bags, and I was lucky enough to get one, and this interior purple fabric, and then she puts a fun little charm on each of them with a little lighthouse. I love this bag so much, and I love that she put the tag on here so that I can remember. I may put my beach piece, move my beach piece that I'm working on into this bag because this is just too perfect, right? And Cannon Beach is the town that I am making changes to it's called The Magic of Summer, I think, but Cannon Beach is the town that I'm going to be making my changes to look like. So I got that, which I'm thrilled about. Then I picked up a piece of fabric. This is like a yellow linen. It's kind of fun. It's very light yellow, but it's definitely clearly yellow. It's definitely, you would not look at that and be like, oh, that's cream. It's yellow. And I got that. I think I'm going to use it for the Velkommen piece I'm going to start later this month. It came with 11 count Ada, just white Ada. White just doesn't seem very exciting for this piece. Here's the colors that you use. I mean, all of them will show up great. And I know it's a little bold, especially for Norwegians who like to fly under the radar. I mean, that's a very like traditional, you know what I mean? But I'm going to see. I'm going to think about it. But I got this. It's 28 count because I have a lot of 32 count. I don't have a lot of 28 count. I mean, I would have a piece of 28 count white, but I didn't really want it on white. But if I change my mind, I can just pull white. If I chicken out, I can pull white from my stash at 28 count and use this for something else. But so I picked up that piece of linen. And then when I was at the beach retreat in one of the raffles, I won a $20 gift certificate for Acorns and Thread. So I used part of that money to pick up something I really don't need, but I really want. It's a Janette Douglas. It's summer in the garden. They are going to do, there's one for each month down there, you see. I did not pick up the silk pack because and I've used the silk packs. Usually when I do Janette Douglas, I'll do the silk pack. One, they're expensive, right? But two, and I know it's really hard to make, there's not a clear conversion that you could just go online and be like, okay, I want a Gloriana conversion. Maybe there is. I had a really hard time finding those conversions. So what I think I'm going to do is just look at the picture and just try to match DMC colors to the picture. It's going to take some work, but that's my plan. But I really love it, and I'm so happy to have it. Which means I need the other three, of course. So I think that is everything that I got. Yeah, that's everything that I got. Okay, let's do giveaways. So, giveaways. Last week we had 3 giveaways. So, if you are a winner, please email me at czukstitch@gmail.com and I will get these sent out. I still have last week's as well to send out. This first one is Hedgerow by Plum Street Samplers. So cute. And the winner of this is Wendy Passalent, Passalent. So Wendy, please email me. We gave away Frankenstein Sampler by Stitchy Pros, such a cute one. And the winner of this is Linda Loves to Stitch. She has loves to Stitch as her last name, which is cute. So Linda, please email me your address. And then last but not least, we have a present for my sister, 1823 by Needlework Press. And the winner of this is Presby Mom. I know you've won in the past, but can you just to be safe, send me your email or your mailing address as well. So those are the winners. Then, here they are. We have 3 more giveaways for today, and these are all like Christmas/winter pieces. These are from the packet of charts that Lynette sent me. So Lynette, thank you for donating these. They are going to be going to great homes and lovingly stitched. So first up, we have a piece called Be Merry All by Lottie Da. Be Merry All. It says, Be merry all, we welcome Merry Christmas. This, if you would like to win this, I'll ship internationally. I'll ship anywhere in the world. Do not say win or give away or enter or anything like that. I'll have to delete the comment. And if you would like to win this, say Merry, Merry. Cute piece. This piece is 91 wide by 117 high. So not too big. And a lot of that is words. Next up is Poinsettia Place by Teresa Kogut. This is a part of the Kitten Stitcher Advent Box from 2021. So you can see you have like the alphabet. You could even change that to say like Merry Christmas to all or something like that if you wanted to, because you have the whole alphabet there. So you could just change out the words if you didn't want that alphabet. If you would like to be entered to win this, say winter, because I think poinsettia is too hard for us to spell consistently. You can see where my my weaknesses are, which includes spelling poinsettia. So let's just say winter for this one. This is 145 stitches by 110. 145 stitches wide by 110 high. So it's a little bit bigger. It calls for Classic Colorworks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Classic Colorworks and 3 DMC. The Classic Colorworks does have a DMC conversion on this one. So say winter if you would like to win that. And then last but not least, this is by the Blue Flower. This winter quail. Super cute. This one is 119 wide by 119 high. And we're going to say quail for this one. Quail. I know it's tricky. That is a trickier word. Threads used, dinky dyes, Gloriana. It's silks. But there's a DMC conversion. So quail for this one. Okay. So that's that. Now I want to talk about something coming up in September. So in September, Robin Bird's Eye Stitches and I do AB Singo. This will be our 4th year doing it, I think. Yeah, I think it's our 4th year. And we're going to do it a little bit different this year. And so I wanted to explain it. And I will probably cut this bit out of the video and put it on the Facebook group. The Facebook group is Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge. If you want to join us, you have to make sure you fill out the questions. Otherwise, we will automatically refuse anybody who doesn't fill it out, just because we have so many bots that are trying to get into our group. So AB Singo, the way it's worked in the past is your acrostic is the whole alphabet minus 1 letter. So it's 25 blocks. So if you do all the stitching 1 hour or 100 stitches per call, you will get a blackout. We're changing it up this year because we did Springo in the spring, and that people seem to really love that format, which means that we will have 35 blocks. And even if you do everything, you may not even end up with a bingo. So it's a little bit more like a real bingo game. As people seem to really enjoy that. So here's what it's going to look like. So we're going to have our AB Singo board. So there are 7 columns and 5 rows. So a total of 35 blocks. So how are we going to fill the 35 blocks? I have to change what I'm saying. So everything will run the same in terms of I will make the call the night before. You stitch on it 1 hour or 100 stitches. It's your choice. From September 1st through September 25th, you will have the last, September has 30 days, I think. So you have the last 5 days of the month to do any makeup work that you need to do. All that is exactly the same as all our other games that we play. Now, what is different with this one is we need 35 blocks. So you are going to use every letter of the alphabet as your acrostic, A through Z. So that gets us to 26. Then you're going to use numbers 1 through 9, which brings us to 35. Numbers 1 through 9, now the numbers are going to be the number of motifs that you're going to stitch in a particular piece. So you want to think about perhaps like the 7, 8, 9, you maybe want to think about a piece you have that has small motifs, because if that one is called, if say we call number 9, for example, then you have to stitch 9 motifs in that piece, whether it takes you an hour or 100 stitches or longer, right? So that's the tricky thing. So you want to think about what pieces do I have that have small motifs that I could fit in 9 of those or 8 of those or 7 of those, those higher numbers. So I will be posting this also today in the Magazine Monthly Facebook Challenge group. There's a link down in the description box down below as well. So AB Singo, this is what your board will look like. You don't have to use our board. You can just write it in a notebook. That's perfectly fine. But we provide this for those who want it. And a lot of people do really great creative things with their board. They make them look so pretty, and either digitally or with stickers and color markers and all that. So I love seeing your creativity on that. I will also be posting, this is our planning worksheet. So you can see we have all the letters, and then you pick your project, all the letters through Z, and then numbers 1 through 9. Okay. The acrostic, you can use more than one. Like, you don't have to use 35 projects. Like, I'm not doing that. I have 35 projects, but I'm not going to use them. I'm trying to, keep the projects. Yeah, I don't know. I usually try to 6 to 8 projects and reuse them as many times as you can. That's what I like to do. And in September, I'm also doing Sampler September. So a lot of the pieces will be the samplers. And because we've played this game in the past, more or less, like at least with 25 letters, I haven't finished any of those samplers yet. So I have a good idea of which letters, because I just looked back to last year's, which letters I used for, or which sampler I used for which letter and how I made it work. So it's kind of cheating because I reused it. I reused it a little bit, but new this year is going to be the motif. So I'm going to have to look and see, especially, I don't know, I feel like anything like 6 through 9, it's a lot of motifs to finish in one evening. But of course, you have those makeup days too. So if you only, say number 7 is called, and you only have time to do 4 motifs, then you could do the 3 other ones, during, later on in the month if you want to. So you do have the makeup day. But anyway, so that, I think I covered everything. We'll have prizes and stuff as we usually do. More information will be on the Facebook page once I get that set up, which I have not done it at this filming. I'm planning on doing it later today. But so that is AB Singo for 2025. We hope you enjoyed this new format. It mixes things up a little bit, keeps things fresh, because not everybody will get a bingo. The other thing is with bingos, because this board is 7 across, you can't get a diagonal. What direction is this? Diagonal bingo. So it's only horizontal or vertical. And the way you do it is you get points. You get more points. I think you get 2 points for every horizontal bingo just because they're longer, and 1 point per vertical. Don't quote me on the points. I have to look back to what we did in April for Springo. I can't remember. A lot has happened since April, folks. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But you get more points for getting a horizontal, and you still get points for a vertical. And then you basically, the number of points you get is the number of entries you get into the final raffle. So you may get, say, hey, I have 1 horizontal and 1 vertical, so that's 3 points, for example. So I get 3 entries into the winnings. So I hope that helps. I hope that explains anything. As always, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll be happy to answer them. Okay, that is AB Singo. Let's go into plans for this week. 25/7, I'll continue to work on Lovely Laundry, get a little bit of progress on that one. Parkington Manor is going to get 2 more days before I see you next. So I'm going to work on it tonight, and then I think maybe next Friday. And I think that's all it's going to get for the month. So it's another one of those, like, start a big piece and then put it away. That's what I'm known for. Summer Montage will get its seasonal Sunday tomorrow. And then our big piece that we're going to work on this week is Woodland Christmas number 12. I'm hoping to show you a finish of the whole piece by next Saturday. Number 12, which I have not started on at all, looks like this. It's the toy soldier. I have not, usually when I go into it, I've started on the border at least. I have not even started on the border. July was just kind of a slog month for me. My stitching, like, I couldn't do the whole amount of stitching each evening that I normally did. It was a bit of a struggle, but So we're going to get this done in 4 days. So that will be the last piece, and then we'll have a big finish, and I'm super excited about that. The other thing coming up later this month in August is Needlework Marketplace. So pre-orders are now open. Every designer, so I watched Garon, their video, and I usually do a shop with me using their website because it is so nicely organized, and I will continue to do that. And I love to support them as well. Every designer has a different deadline for when they need orders in to be prepared for Needlework Marketplace. So if you don't want to wait for my video, I recommend going and looking and pre-ordering right away. I plan to film the shop with me next Saturday, which I think is the 9th. Yeah, the 9th of August. Some of the deadlines, I just took I didn't look at the offerings yet, but like I just looked at the quick dates. Some of the dates, the deadlines for pre-order are like August 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, like kind of coming up soon. But really the soonest I can do the video would be next Saturday. And more things are always added too. So it's kind of one of those things where it's never going to be perfect. I think usually I film it a little bit later, but I'm going to try it earlier this year. But just keep in mind, if there is something you want to pre-order, take a look now. I would take a look now. And I'll link the Garon page down below as well for you if you want to just like click through and see if there's anything you need to pre-order right away. But yeah, so that will be coming next week, a little shop with me. I tell you that now so that you can plan, because sometimes they're really long videos. So you can plan to watch it sometime next weekend to get your pre-orders in as well. Otherwise, I think that's everything. So yeah, I'm just kind of living up last couple of days of my summer vacation. Back to work on Monday morning. And wish me luck. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not. But I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.